Today on Most Buffalo, the Summit Center is gearing up for one of their biggest fundraisers of the year. How you can be part of this year's Autism Walk and what makes it so special coming up. Plus, Ellicottville is getting a bit of Southern flair this weekend, how local businesses are coming together for 3 Nashville nights. Plus, we introduce you to a sweet couple in Williamsville celebrating a major birthday milestone just one day apart from each other. Most Buffalo starts right now. Hi there, welcome to Most Buffalo. I'm Lauren Hall. Thanks for being with us today. Also on today's show, we're going to get a special look at how the Artemis mission is bringing a new boost of space and science interest right here in Western New York. But first, the Summit Center is preparing for one of its biggest events of the year. The 2026 Autism Walk is set for Saturday, May 2nd, bringing families, friends, and supporters together for a day of fun and purpose. The event raises money for programs and services right here in Western New York while celebrating the community that it serves. Joining us now to tell us more about the walk and how you can get involved and just about the Summit Center itself are Janice Larson, the chair of the walk, and Nikki Lamont DeGolier, who is on the Autism Walk Committee and also the parent of children who received services at Summit. Thank you both for being here on Most Buffalo.
Thank you.
Janice, can we start with you? Can you just tell us, people have probably heard of the Summit Center, but can you just remind people, why it's there and a little bit about who it serves?
Sure. Summit Center is one of the biggest education locations in Erie County, and it serves over 1,200 students across all of the Western New York area. Anything from preschool all the way up to young adults and 40s and 50s as well, working in the community, learning how to work with the community and developing at their pace with their challenges, but also with their wonderful opportunities to grow and communicate with their families and all of us.
And Nikki, we know that your family and your children have attended, and
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your experience.
Summit has just been a foundation for our eldest son, Teddy, who's almost 14, and he started there at preschool and went all the way through 3rd grade till he had those building blocks to launch. And now he's in public school, pushing into general education classes, and the tools that Summit gave him got him there.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's so great that he's doing so well. And you said that he still loves to go back on days like the Summit Walk.
We have our team, Teddy's Trailblazers. We are going on 9 years now, and he's right out there leading the charge. Yeah.
And again, you probably have heard of the Summit Walk as well. This is one of the bigger walks that takes place in Western New York. Janice, you're the chair this year. Tell us all the details. We know it's on May 2nd. What time is it? Where is it?
Sure.
And what should people know?
It's at 150 Stall Road, right here in Gettysville, New York. And it's a wonderful celebration with lots of food. Besides the walk, there's lots of activities. There's Disney characters, our local mascots for all the wonderful sports teams that we have. It has lots of celebration, not only of the children themselves and an opportunity for them to shine, but a celebration for the families too, that are there with them every step of the way, helping them develop. And we really also showcase their teachers and their staff support and all the people that make Summit what it is. It's $15 to sign up. It's free for children under 18. And it's a great opportunity, even if you can't make the walk, to donate to the Summit Center.
And do you need to register with a team, or can you register by yourself?
You can register by yourself. You can go right online at summitcenterwalk.org. And it's a great opportunity to just kind of show your love for all your community friends and members that might be working with autism that even if you are not directly involved.
And something like this might be a lot for a family that has a child with autism, so this is a good opportunity for them to come to something like this, right, Nikki?
I love that this is a community event that's made for the people that we are supporting. And so there are lots of places that I might not take Teddy because it might be too much of an environment, overwhelming sound, just what's being done. And Summit designs this event for the individuals that it serves, and it's truly a community gathering, our community. And so, there's behavioral tech staff right there, so if a family needs a hand, there's a hand to be had, and that's huge.
And I imagine it's also probably a great place that if you have a new diagnosis in your family,
Yes.
you would like to reach out and get some questions answered. It's probably a good place to do that as well.
That's exactly right. 1 in 31 children are diagnosed with autism right here in Western New York, and it's a great place to find out a little bit more and also just see the celebration of people like Nikki and all of the community working together.
Anything else about the run of show that day, or just things that people should know before they come?
There's 2 route paths, which is great. There's a short one for anyone that maybe shorter is better, and a longer walk. So it can meet your needs however you navigate, and wagons are welcome.
Great.
And you can just come for the fun of it. You don't even have to walk. Just come to celebrate.
Come to celebrate. How can people sign up?
They can go right to summitcenterwalk.org and sign up right there. Go on our website and we'll take you right to the walk as well.
And again, we know April is Autism Awareness Month. This is coming up Saturday, May 2nd. Janice and Nikki, thank you both so much for being here to kick off today's show.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Also today, we know that Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center is one of the biggest cancer hospitals in America. And as we mark 250 years of the red, white, and blue, we know that breakthroughs in cancer treatment are nothing new at Roswell. But in this case, the breakthrough is an entire department and a first of its kind. In this America 250 report, 2 on Your Side's Pete Galvin looks into the Roswell Park Department of Indigenous Cancer Health.
Within this world-class cancer center is something equally special. Roswell Park's Department of Indigenous Cancer Health. It's the first of its kind in the country, tackling a variety of hurdles that stand in the way of treatment on native lands.
Sometimes there's challenges in getting to appointments or feeling comfortable going to an appointment that may be off territory in a larger institutional setting.
Cancer rates on Indigenous lands are disproportionately higher for a variety of reasons. Rodney Herring is the department chair.
So our people have experienced trauma, historical trauma in that way, which, downstream in thinking about the way we interact with healthcare facilities and institutions of care and education and learning, all plays into that way we understand health, medicine, and the care that we receive from others.
Roswell Park sits on traditional Seneca land, and this department says its work reflects Haudenosaunee principles of strength, peace, and good mind. A big part of their mission is to connect Indigenous nations when it comes to healthcare and cancer treatment.
By building healthy partnerships and understandings and ways from anything from research to services in our community, patient navigation to education programs for our youth, to become the next Indigenous cancer scientist or physician are really important in the steps we take to move forward in good ways.
The department also honors the value of Indigenous knowledge, sovereignty, and respect for the environment through community-driven partnerships.
Sovereignty is always local. So that means that each nation has their own way that they would like to practice who they are. And it's so important for us as practicing our collective identities and finding our own uniqueness within that larger picture.
And that is in both urban and rural settings. Their focus is on education and collaborative research, including cancer prevention and behavioral intervention, cancer screenings, clinical trials, and engaging students in Indigenous cancer research, building bridges and building trust.
What is the current trust between tribal nations, the health systems, and a large, cancer institute? What does that look like, and how do we find the best ways to move forward in partnership to make sure that the goal really is, how do we save more lives?
Working with partners across North America, they aim to coordinate educational events, host health screenings, conduct research, and develop action plans to address not only cancer health disparities, but larger issues that impact wellness, such as human relationships with the environment.
It's a pretty big responsibility covering all of Turtle Island and connecting with a lot of Indigenous tribes, and it's a huge honor putting our work into Indigenous sovereign communities and them putting their trust in us to provide education on lung wellness and bringing that education, hopefully that knowledge brings them, to lung cancer screening.
Better health through better understanding. On Your Side in Buffalo, Pete Galvin, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Pete. And the New Era CAP Foundation is partnering up with DeUville University to support the school's new College of Osteopathic Medicine. New Era has committed $250,000 to support the development of the program. DeUville says it is designed to address regional physician shortages with a focus on training doctors to serve both urban and rural medically underserved communities. The inaugural medical school class will begin this upcoming August. And the Sisters of Charity Hospital is getting a big donation for its NICU thanks to Savers star Alex Tuck and his family. The forward, along with his wife Kylie, surprised the hospital with a $50,000 donation on behalf of Tuck's A T9 Foundation. Their son received some critical care in the hospital's NICU last year, so the couple says it was important for them to give back.
This is probably just the start of a partnership for us. I mean, like I said, this hospital has changed our lives for the better, and we probably couldn't even imagine our life without him. And to be able to just help a single family is all we've wanted to do. And so hopefully we help multiple, hopefully as many as possible going forward.
The family also got to share a special moment with their son's care team while they were there, and he is coming up on his first birthday. And with just 1 week of regular season games left, the NHL playoff tickets are top of mind as people race to grab theirs for the Sabres' historic return. Tickets went on sale to the general public, and the original tickets are already sold out for the first round. All that's left now are resale tickets, and those can be pricey. Nick Giamuso with VIP Tick says it may be encouraging people to become season ticket holders since they got a first chance at the tickets.
The Sabres have played it perfectly. As a business and a business owner, the way they distributed their playoff tickets, they are rewarding season ticket holders for the rebuilding years, pretty much. And it's a way of saying thank you, and it's also a way of building future season ticket holder fan base for pretty much the future.
Giamuso also tells us he's already seen more than 1,500 new season ticket holders commit for next season. So we want to know, how are you feeling heading into the NHL playoffs? Are you nervous, confident, cautiously optimistic, or just happy to be there and enjoying the ride? Let us know. Vote in our Channel 2 poll. You can text us your answer to 716-849-2220. And the Bills and Sabres are bringing back a major day of giving for Western New York. The teams announced Give 716 returns this summer, marking its 6th year supporting local charities. Last year alone, the campaign raised nearly $1.5 million, and it's brought in nearly $6 million total. This year's event runs from 7:16 p.m. on July 15th through July 16th, with registration now open for nonprofits. Organizers say it's all about bringing the community together for one big day of impact. And we have much more to come here on Most Buffalo. A little bit of Nashville is coming to the southern tier. What you can expect to see down in Ellicottville at their new Nashville Nights themed weekend. We'll have that and more after this. Welcome back to Most Buffalo. A brand new event is bringing a little southern flair to the southern tier. The Ellicottville Chamber of Commerce is launching Nashville Nights, a 3-day celebration happening this weekend. The event will transform the village into a honky-tonk destination, complete with live country music, themed entertainment, and a lively atmosphere throughout town. And local bars and restaurants are all getting in on the fun. Here to tell us more is Ellicottville Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Barb Pump. Thanks for being here on Most Buffalo, Barb.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So this is a first-time event. What made the Chamber want to launch it?
Well, this time of the year is usually quote-unquote the mud season, and it's something that a lot of our businesses have, suggested maybe we do something. And with Nashville being so popular and country music being so popular, we thought we'd bring Nashville to everyone up here in Western New York.
Tell us what mud season is all about, what it means and what it's typically like.
So it's basically the end of ski season, but not quite, summer ready to go. Everybody's out and about doing things. So it's a little quieter during mud season. But again, it's been a concern of the businesses, and we wanted to try to do something different to bring people into town.
Yes, it's still a great time to visit if you like shopping and you like the restaurants and the bars and especially the live music. So what can people expect?
There's so much going on. We put the information out to our members and they all jumped on board and were like, yes, definitely. We have carriage rides. We have a mechanical bull at EBC. We have axe throwing, glow-in-the-dark axe throwing. hat sketching with Lucky Day Homestead, line dancing, lots of live music, Bellini bar. I mean, there's really a lot.
Where will the hat sketching, explain what that means and where it will be happening?
So it'll actually be happening at 3 different locations. It'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday is at the Poor Tap Room up by Holiday Valley. Then it'll be at Mill Street Sports Pub, and then it'll also be at Balloons.
And that's when, if you have a hat like we're seeing in the picture, if you have a hat like that with a nice big brim, they can personalize it for you.
They can do that, or they can go there. They can do it. They can make the hat there. They can purchase the hat from Emily. She's got all kinds of pins and things. I already saw that and jewels that she's getting ready for everybody for the weekend. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Definitely have to have one of those. And then, who are some of the bands that are playing?
There are so many. I can't even tell you. It's insane. But it's great. You know, it's something new for Ellicottville, Showcase Ellicottville. We were very lucky this year. We took on a couple new sponsors. NRG came in, and the Huntley House, which is technically right now the Wingate, but they are a co-sponsor. And then our carriage rides on Saturday are sponsored by Salka Insurance Agency. So it's because of sponsors like that that we're able to come up with these new ideas and, you know, let people come down and have a great time.
Yeah, there's always something new going on in Ellicottville, even during mud season. Don't let it deter you.
Definitely not.
This is a great weekend to go check it out. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday for all of these live music and events that we've been talking about.
Yep.
Where can people go for the full schedule and all the information?
They can go right to our website, which is ellicottvilleny.com.
And then after that, what will be the next big event?
Actually, Par for a Purpose on May 18th. So we're looking forward to that one too, because that's a big one. We're actually raising funds to benefit Hope Rises, but the Shine Gold part of Hope Rises. So we're hoping to get a lot of people and it be sunny.
You can find that at ellicottvilleny.com as well. Barb Pump, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's a great weekend. And the Artemis II mission is helping draw a lot of visitors to local museums. Officials with the Buffalo Museum of Science say it's renewing a lot of
Anytime there's something big happening in science that's being captured and talked about in social media or traditional media, we see the public coming in.
Museum President and CEO Gary Sedal says there's no doubt about it. Artemis II has renewed interest at the museum's 8-year-old space exhibit.
I was walking a group through earlier this week and they were talking about Artemis and looking for content about it.
In truth, they have a rooting interest in Artemis here because one of the crew members, Jeremy Hansen, was a guest of the museum during the eclipse 2 years ago.
And so for all of us at the museum to see him up in space now is a really incredible experience.
While there are many different fields of science on display at the museum, there's something about space.
Space is an area of generational interest.
Appealing to the youngest of visitors.
Just the other day we have a rocket launcher, you build your own rocket, and a kid was lifting it up and saying, "This is my Artemis." It was really cool.
Their parents might recall being just as excited about space shuttles. Their grandparents, the Apollo missions to the moon, when we wore horn-rimmed glasses and drank Tang.
Fair enough.
Okay. In that manner, space isn't so vast after all because it provides a bridge, sparking conversation between generations which exist now.
Even in my own travels and journeys with my family, they talk about remembering those moments.
And those of the future.
And the way I think about it is that Artemis is the Apollo of this generation.
In a place where there's always something to learn.
Yes, tell me about this Tang.
On your side, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
And as we told you about this unique fundraiser last week here on Most Buffalo, here's how it turned out. The event turned people into works of art over the weekend. This was the Locust Street Art on Fillmore Avenue. They were hosting a live portrait-a-thon where artists created portraits right in front of their subjects. People could choose from a quick caricature or a full 1-hour piece, with each artist putting their own twists on it.
I think art is more getting behind something and kind of the deeper, the essence of something instead of just I don't like necessarily representational things that look exactly like something else. I want something with a little more freedom to it.
I'm glad to have this memory of it, and I'm glad for this organization and for this event. It's really fun tonight.
And money raised from the event will help fund free art classes in the community. Calling all dessert lovers, Perry's Ice Cream is rolling out something new. The company, founded right here in Western New York, is adding 2 new flavors to its extra indulgent lineup: Berry Me and Cheesecake and Rocky Mountain Raspberry Bars. Berry Me and Cheesecake features creamy cheesecake ice cream, strawberry swirls, and graham crust pieces, and Rocky Mountain raspberry bars. Combine chocolate ice cream with raspberry swirls and fudge chunks. You got that all? This is all coated inside a chocolate shell as well. Perry says both are made with extra cream and slow crafted for a richer, more decadent flavor. The new items are available now at select grocery stores across Western New York. And today marks the start of the state's second ever Eat Local New York Restaurant Week. Around 130 businesses are taking part. Each participating restaurant will offer a unique promotion, including new specials or discounted 3-course meals. And here in Western New York, the restaurants that are participating include New York Beer Project all the way down to Villaggio in Ellicottville. You can see the participating Western New York restaurants on a map right now by visiting the website on your screen. And there's more to come here on Most Buffalo, including a Williamsville couple that's celebrating a major milestone just one day apart from each other. We'll introduce you to the two people turning 100 years old and hear more of their relationship advice next on Most Buffalo. Welcome back to Most Buffalo. The Central Terminal Neighborhood Association is working to clean up some vacant spaces across the city of Buffalo. Over the weekend, volunteers were in the Broadway-Fillmore district tackling this particular space, pulling everything from doors and couches out of the wood and clearing debris. The president of the Central Terminal Neighborhood Association says they've been leading cleanup efforts like this for the past 5 years.
We partner up on these events a couple times a year and tackle some real problem spots. We find kids playing football in this site after we clean it up, or cricket, or whatever else is popular here in the neighborhood, will be full of joy.
And he tells us last week they cleaned up another space off Paderewski Drive. They plan to host more cleanups in the fall. And also over the weekend, top athletes were on display in Western New York. More than 600 swimmers, coaches, and judges were in the region for the USA Artistic Swimming National and Junior Championships. Athletes with disabilities also took part in invitational events and team trials. Artistic swimming, formerly known as synchronized swimming, combines swimming, gymnastics, and dance. The championships feature team routines, acrobatic events, and highlight the work that these athletes put in.
This age group specifically are full-time students. You know, they're in middle school, high school, so they're going to school, but they're also training about 16 to 20 hours a week as well. So it's pretty amazing, and their dedication is unlike I've ever seen before in sports.
And the Bisons are wrapping up a week of spring break fun at Salem Field. All week long, kids took part in activities like running the bases and getting a feel for the game. We caught up with 8-year-old Ariella Bonet, whose dad says she is on a mission to run the bases at every major league ballpark. That dream started right here with the Bisons. She also joined Henry from Rochester yesterday to throw out the first ceremonial pitch.
This is actually where she started the running the bases thing. She fell in love with it, and then, you know what? Let's go ahead and visit all 30, right?
So far, she has visited, get this, 18 major league ballparks. In just 3 weeks, she's heading to Yankee Stadium, where her dad says she's set to throw out the first pitch there as well. And in one day, she's hoping the Toronto Blue Jays might call her up to the mound, too.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
And mine is, I let him say yes, dear, yes, dear. Okay. Good job.
Finally today on Most Buffalo, some special relationship advice for us from this couple in Williamsville. George and Corrine Klein are both turning 100 years old this month. Their birthdays are just one day apart from each other. Friends and family came together for a big celebration over the weekend. The couple says longevity runs in their families. Corrine's mother lived to be 102, and George's grandfather lived to 103. The couple shared more about their love story with us.
Oh, she was the most beautiful girl in the class.
Corrine, what do you think about that?
Well, he was such a nice-looking fellow and so kind. I just knew I wanted him. And I'm glad I did. And I'm glad we made it to this age.
Cheers to 80 years together and 100-year-old birthdays. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you back here for another live show on Thursday.